Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to really check a data set is coming from a normal distribution. So here I have a data set in the first column here. Ignore the things on the right. So we are just focus on this column called variable 1. So here it has 40 data points. We want to see whether those 40 data points are coming from a normal distribution. So first, let's check the histogram. If you go to Graph, Histogram, and select this variable 1 as your column to construct the histogram, and if you hit Compute, you'll see a histogram like this. Okay, so this histogram, it's already not so symmetric. And particularly on the right, you can see for those two bars are far away from all those left bars. And if you put your mouse on top of it, it shows you the frequency of 1. That means there is just one data point from 75 to 100. And also one data point from 100 to 125. So those two bars far away from the rest of your graph, and also the frequency is just 1, you should suspect that those are outliers. How to really check that? You can use box plot. If you go to Graph and get the box plot format, again select variable 1, and you can see 2 dots here. Okay, so those two dots that are not part of the your box plot, they should be outliers. Those two you can see are far away from the other data. You know, these blue parts up here are the 25% of the data. Here down here, this blue parts is also 25% of the data. And this bar part up here is 25%, and down here is also 25%. So those 2 points are far away from the majority of your data. So those two should be outliers. You know, if you have more than one outlier, your data should not be coming from a normal distribution. So you don't even have to draw the quantile plot. You already know your answer, okay? But here I will show you how to get the quantile plot, which you don't really necessary for this case, but for other case, if they pass the histogram test and also have no outlier or just one outlier, you can keep going to find the quantile plot. So for the quantile plot, you go to the graph. It will be here, the QQ plot. The Q is a short form of the quantile. So it's actually the quantile plot. Okay, if you click it, you choose still this random variable, you compute, it will give you the normal quantile plot here. Okay, so you can see that those points do not lie close to a straight line, especially those 2 points, which are the outliers. Okay. And another thing I want to show you is this example. This is this gives you some data that is approximately normal, and they want to do some kind of transformation. Say add 10 inch to each height, and they want to ask whether the heights looks normal now. So I want to show you how to really do transformation for some given data. So if you open your data in StatCrunch, so for part A, how to add 10 inch to each one of those data in this column. If you go to data, compute, use expression. So the expression you use is variable 1, which is a name shown here as your column. You want to add 10 inch. Okay, and then if you click compute, you can see the variable 1 plus 10 inch shown here. And from there, you can draw the quantile plot and to see whether that still looks normal or not. I will not show it here because I have shown how to draw the quantile plot previously. Okay, and for part B, if each height is changed from inch to centimeters, what are the height in centimeters? So those height in centimeters, are they also normally distributed? So to change the from inch to centimeters, you need to know, say, 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So you want to multiply your column data with 2.54 in each of your data. Okay, so for your data, you go to compute expression. You use variable 1 multiplied by 2.54. So again, a new column is generated. So this is the height in centimeters. You can draw a quantile plot based on the third column of data. Okay? And I think the third part is about how to take a log and to see whether that looks normal or not. Again, you go to data compute expression, you take log of your variable 1. Okay, and if you compute, you will have a new column here, shows you the data after you're taking log. And I'll show you for this one, if you check whether that looks normal or not, you'll go to the quantile plot. You will use the log of variable 1. You can see this one has some nonlinear pattern here. It looks quite curvy. So it should not be a normal distribution.